Hey guys, what's up? Lloyd Sterling here with New Wave Fitness. Today is going to be an audio clip just because I don't really have the time right now to make a video visually talking about the same thing I'm going to be talking about verbally. So we're going to get right into it. Today is Saturday, July 23rd, 2011. Just finished my 5-day normal work schedule, so I got the next 2 days off, which I'm excited about. I'm gonna be enjoying that. um, so I'll just kind of list the highlights of my week in a quick video, because I'm sure I'm not going to keep you occupied for too long, or with just visual, or I mean just audio and not visual. So first things first, my whole work week was pretty steady, pretty solid. We had pretty much Friday and Saturday were really busy days. On Friday, I didn't clock out at all during work. I clocked in at 7:45 a.m. and I didn't clock out until 6:11 p.m. when I pretty much was done with work at that point. So didn't have lunch, aside from like scarfing down this Arby's sandwich with cheese, which I hate cheese on Arby's sandwiches. It's disgusting. So yeah, I scarfed that down in a couple minutes, real quick, while the guy in the front covered for me. Other than that, I came right back. But pretty busy week. I'm glad to have these next 2 days off. I'm gonna try to enjoy them as much as I can. Outside of work, was actually trying to keep up with my working out schedule, my P90X schedule, as well as I could. I'm actually pretty surprised with I was getting some pretty solid weight gains. In the morning when I got to work, I work at a veterinarian, yeah, so we have a digital scale, which is really nice because it's an expensive scale and it supports a lot of weight, and it tells me exactly how much I am with clothes and everything on, of course. But it's cool because I don't have to worry about going out to buy a digital scale when I got one at work. So I was actually gonna go buy one for 30 bucks, since I just have the little one with the needle. But this one's digital. I just stand on it. It tells me how much I weigh. So about a week ago I stood on it and I was around 138 at like the end of the day, after all the food taken into account and still with my jacket on and some stuff in my pockets and stuff. So that tells me I'm probably like 133 at that point, or 135 maybe. Probably less than 135 though. Probably around 133, or maybe even 130. But so like the other day I stood on it first thing in the morning. All I had was like 2 toaster strudels and like 16 ounces of milk. I stood on it, still had my jacket and stuff in my pockets, but I was at around 144, which is pretty good for me, because I'm looking back on some of my older videos on this channel, and my goal was originally like 145 last year, and that's a goal that I've pretty much hit dead on. And now my goal is definitely much higher than 145, but that was a good goal back then, like a solid 15 pounds or so. So now I'm gonna try to keep going with the goal. The main thing that's helping me reach that goal is definitely Go Mad, gallon of milk a day. Um, it's the one thing that's really helping me with the calories, as well as bagels. That's another thing that's really helping me pack on calories. It's real simple to just eat a bagel. One day I ate like 6 bagels and I put on like an extra 1,200 calories or so. So you know, it's real easy with bagels and whole milk, of course, to hit your calorie mark, and that's what works for me. Of course, you got to be working out as well. As far as my workout schedule goes, I'm on day 24 right now, um, and I missed today's because I passed out on the couch when I got home, and I woke up at around 9 o'clock. So that's why another reason I don't have a visual video. The other reason is I was just really tired when I got home and I passed out and went to sleep for a bit. But I will make that up tomorrow first thing in the morning. We'll be hitting legs and back and ab ripper X, and then that'll put us back on schedule for today's workout as well as tomorrow's workout. So that puts me at a total of, let's see, 4 missed days in 25 days. So not too bad. and all of those missed days were 3 were yoga, and 1 was, I believe, cardio X. Yeah, 1 was cardio X and ab ripper X, and the other 3 were yoga. So I missed not any like super hardcore resistance training workouts. Overall, though, everything's going really well, and you know, I'm happy with how my gains are coming along, and I'm trying to save up right now. Maybe invest into some Select Tech dumbbells at some point. Also, possibly looking into Beachbody coaching. It's a big investment in Beachbody coaching, and I'm still leaning towards no, just because of how much it costs a month. It's around 129 to sign up, around 130 to sign up basically, and then you have to pay around 105 a month after that if you don't have at least 50 points worth of stock being sold, either from yourself, you buy it, or you have clients under you that buy it. If clients under you buy it, then you don't have to pay 105 bucks a month. But if they don't, meaning if you don't have enough people under you to buy it, then you have to pay that yourself until you get enough people. So it's pretty tough, but I don't make a ton of money right now with my job. I'm not making, huge salaries, so spending 105 bucks a month on something that may not work is kind of, costly to me if it doesn't work. Of course, I'm not doing it for the money, but I'm doing it for secondary income, as well as trying to help people and actually offer them a service as well. So let me know your thoughts on that. I also wanted to briefly talk about a very, very good post I found online with how to gain muscle, and it tells you basically an exact grocery list you should look for when you're shopping. If you're an ectomorph trying to put on weight, or if you're just some, skinny guy trying to bulk up, anything like that. This is a great, real quick, hard gainer grocery list you can look forward to. So, one of the first foods it talks about on here is really pretty simple to everyone. It's, it's oatmeal. Why is it oatmeal? Well, oatmeal is it's a great way to double up on your calories without feeling overly stuffed in the morning. You can easily put in some fruit like bananas, or you can drench it in milk when you make it, and you have a good high calorie breakfast right there with high protein and high carbs, which will last you in the day with energy until lunch. You can even sprinkle a little bit of whey protein powder on it, and you can even increase the protein content even more. The second is whole eggs, of course, pretty simple. When you're trying to build muscle, you don't dump out the yolk. Yeah, there's some extra cholesterol in it, but as long as you aren't eating like a whole dozen eggs a day, it's not going to hurt too much. There is some saturated fat in your diet, but that's okay, provided you're making an effort to work out and get the other types of good fat as well. Of course, if you eat nuts, it'll help you with that. Lean red meat, pretty easy to know already. When it comes to getting protein, red meat, it's pretty good source of concentrated calories in a small serving. Provides iron as well as helps get oxygen to muscle cells that need it to grow. Olive oil, you should already know that by now. It's another terrific way to get good fats. Just drizzle a little bit on your salad, put it in vegetables. It helps with antioxidants release. Dried fruit. This is one I actually didn't know about. My girlfriend, when we went to the store last, she bought dried fruit, and I was like, oh, why don't you just buy the real fruit? So she bought like, I believe, a pound worth of dried fruit. It had peaches, pears, apples, like all this cool fruit dried, and it wasn't like hard to eat. It was real simple to eat, and I actually liked it a lot. So fresh fruit, while it's nutritious, isn't your best option while you're a hard gainer. The dried fruit, on the other hand, is really good. It has more calories than the regular fruit, fresh fruit, and it's still a good source of fiber and vitamins, and it's a lot easier to consume. It's really tasty. I've noticed when you like toss it into something extra like a salad, or if you have trail mix it with some nuts, and then every now and then you'll get a fruit, and then you'll get some nuts at the same time. Or you can simply eat it plain like I've done. It tastes still good. Another thing, simple protein shakes. We all know about that. Don't really need to go into too much detail about protein shakes, except if you're trying to save money, you can try homemade protein shakes, which are pretty simple things. Creating your own protein shake. All you need is the whey protein powder, some yogurt, maybe peanut butter, fresh or frozen fruits. Mix it up. Try some dry oatmeal, and some milk or frozen yogurt. Blend that together. That could turn into a high protein shake for you. This is a good one here. This is bagels, what I was talking about earlier. When you're struggling with time issues and when it comes to having a job and working like me, or just working out and finding time to cook up really, healthy, full meals, bagels really help supplement that even more so than protein shakes, just because they're quicker to eat. So therefore, I would say bagels are probably my number one, just as on this list as of importance for gaining muscle and gaining weight. You can easily transport it in like, you know, lunch bag, anything really, because it's so easy to transport. It's really conductive to weight gain. So this is like, the answer to gaining weight is helping with bagels. It fits pretty much the bill perfectly if you're on the go and need to gain weight but don't have a lot of time. All you gotta do is throw a few bagels into your lunch bag. Just eat them various points throughout the day. If you simply eat like 3 or 4 large bagels a day, which isn't that much, it can easily put you at over 1,000 calories of what you normally eat, which is definitely going to get the weight gain moving. So as far as where I live, it's about $5 to $6 for about 5 bagels. So $6 for 5 bagels, kind of expensive, but that was because I got the blueberry ones. I saw some other ones that were $5 and I got 6 bagels. Those were like the seed ones and the raisin ones. Those were pretty good too, though. The other thing is salmon. Finally, one of the latter protein sources you want to make sure is included in your diet is salmon or tuna or whatever you can get, some sort of fish, or chicken. But salmon. Sorry, I don't know why I was saying salary, but salmon again is it's way more calorie dense than many of the other fish like tuna and such, and it provides a lot of protein and healthy fat. Even has, I think, more protein than tuna. But aiming to eat at least salmon 3 times a week should be the mission, not only to help increase weight gain, but also it can help optimize health. So, with that being said, that is, your basic, you know, grocery list for a hard gainer. Of course, you got to add in chicken and, of course, whole milk. And drinking whole milk and having this should work out well. And last but not least, I almost forgot, is nuts. People say, why nuts? It cannot be said enough. Why nuts? Why does everyone always say you need nuts? Like, cashews, walnuts, pecans, things like that. Well, if you're trying to build muscle and you aren't eating nuts, apart from you have allergies to them, it's a big mistake. Reason being is nuts are loaded with lots of calories and healthy fats, close to 800 calories per cup of nuts, which supplies the body with lots of muscle building energy, yeah? So, the fact is, the fats in the nuts also help boost your testosterone levels, which help further increase your muscle gains during your training. So it can't be said enough that nuts are really the go-to snack when you're hungry, got something on the go. Just get mixed trail mix or mixed nuts, has everything in there. Mix it with dried fruit and nuts, and you got a good snack. Another thing that I've recently tried, which isn't on the list here, is mixing granola with, granola mix. Even I'm actually using Kashi cereal, Kashi Goleen Crunch cereal, but it's basically granola. Mixing that with yogurt, and I would say mix it with Greek yogurt just because Greek yogurt has double the protein of regular yogurt. but I didn't have a big enough jar of Greek yogurt, and it was rather expensive. It was like $8 for the same size of this yogurt, and the yogurt I got was just the regular Yoplait strawberry yogurt, and that was like $4. So it was half the price for the exact same size of yogurt versus Greek yogurt's price. But if you can afford it and money's not an issue, definitely get the Greek yogurt, mix it with granola, and that's another really high protein, high fiber um, snack you can get. And just that stuff alone, all that stuff I just went over, will seriously increase your calorie take and more than likely have you be on a good track to gaining mass muscle. So this video was kind of long, but any questions or concerns, drop me a line on my channel or send me an email or check out my website, thenewwayfitness.com. Once again, this has been Lloyd Sterling, and have a good day.